inside, and Washington has done that incredibly well so far.
Reese missed the first one, still with it, blocked.
The sports world is buzzing after shocking news hit fans just minutes ago. Reebok has officially parted ways with Angel Reese, and the announcement has left the WNBA community and fans across the country in disbelief. What was supposed to be a thriving partnership between one of the league's brightest stars and a global sportswear giant has abruptly ended, leaving questions about what went wrong and how it all went down. Social media erupted immediately, with fans, analysts, and fellow athletes sharing their reactions, posting memes, and dissecting every possible angle of the controversy. Headlines flooded timelines, and within minutes, the story dominated trending topics, making it clear that this wasn't just a business decision, it was a moment that would have ripple effects across sports culture and Angel Reese's rising career. The controversy stems from Angel Reese's recent struggles with the Chicago Sky, her team, where unexpected challenges on and off the court have sparked debate among fans and insiders. While Reebok had been a supportive partner, sources suggest tensions over public image, team performance, and brand alignment may have played a role in the sudden split. Fans were quick to take sides. Some criticized Reebok for abandoning a young star in a pivotal moment of her career, while others speculated that Angel's outspoken personality and rising star power may have complicated the relationship. Clips, commentary, and reaction videos began flooding TikTok and Instagram, turning the announcement into a full-blown social media storm within minutes. The timing of the split adds another layer of drama. Coming just after a series of tough games and public scrutiny, Angel's career seemed to be at a crossroads, and losing a major sponsorship deal magnifies the pressure she faces on and off the court. Fans are questioning how this will affect her performance, her next endorsement opportunities, and her public image moving forward. Sports analysts are already weighing in, debating whether the split was inevitable or a surprising misstep by Reebok. Meanwhile, Angel herself has remained mostly silent, leaving fans to speculate on her next move and how she will respond to this setback. This development is more than just a headline. It's a cultural moment that speaks to the pressures young athletes face in balancing performance, public perception, and corporate expectations. The story is unfolding in real time, and fans are glued to updates, analyzing every post, tweet, and video for clues about what comes next. The Reebok Angel Reese split has set off a firestorm of discussion, and one thing is clear: the drama is far from over, and the fallout could redefine her career in ways nobody predicted. The news of Reebok walking away from Angel Reese spread like wildfire, sending shockwaves through social media and sports communities alike. Fans of the Chicago Sky were in disbelief, scrambling to process how a rising star could lose a major sponsorship just as her career was beginning to peak. Angel, known for her dominance on the court and her confident personality off it, had built a reputation as one of the WNBA's most electrifying players, and many viewed her partnership with Reebok as a perfect match. Yet, within hours, speculation began swirling about the reasons behind the sudden split. Was it related to her recent struggles with the team? Was it a clash of personalities, or was there something deeper at play? The uncertainty only fueled the frenzy online, as fans dissected every social media post, meme, and article, looking for answers that were not yet publicly available. Within minutes of the announcement, discussions erupted across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Fans began debating whether Reebok had acted too hastily or if Angel herself had pushed boundaries that made the partnership unsustainable. Clips of her game highlights, interviews, and public appearances were shared with captions emphasizing her talent and questioning Reebok's decision. Some viewers expressed outrage, arguing that a young athlete shouldn't be punished for facing challenges with a team. Others suggested that Angel's candid personality and outspoken nature may have caused friction with the brand. The divide in opinions created a storm of engagement online, with hashtags related to Angel Reese and Reebok trending nationally. The story wasn't just about a sponsorship, it had become a conversation about loyalty, pressure, and the intense scrutiny athletes face when balancing performance and public image. The timing of the separation raised even more questions. Angel had been navigating a rough patch with the Chicago Sky, dealing with losses and criticism that put her under the microscope. Fans noted that while she had shown flashes of brilliance on the court, the spotlight on her off-court persona might have influenced the brand's decision. Analysts pointed out that partnerships with major companies often consider not only talent but also public image and marketability, and any perceived misalignment could spark friction. Social media quickly turned into a debate stage, with commentators weighing in on whether Reebok's decision was purely business or a response to Angel's outspoken nature. Fans shared their own theories, creating a viral conversation that showed no signs of slowing down. Angel herself, surprisingly, remained mostly quiet, letting the headlines and social media frenzy speak for her. Her silence only added to the speculation, as fans wondered if she was planning a response or if she was silently navigating the fallout behind the scenes. Some argued that this moment could be a turning point in her career, either serving as motivation to prove critics wrong or creating a setback that could redefine her trajectory. Supporters flooded her social media with messages of encouragement, reminding her of her skill, resilience, and potential to come back stronger. Meanwhile, rival teams, brands, and fans continued to dissect the situation, making the story feel larger than life, almost like a real-time drama unfolding in the public eye. By the end of the day, the Reebok Angel Reese split had transformed from a corporate announcement into a cultural event. It sparked debates about athlete treatment, sponsorship ethics, and the pressures placed on young women in professional sports. Clips and commentary flooded platforms, generating massive engagement, and every new post seemed to add more fuel to the fire. Fans were left asking the same questions. How will Angel respond? Will another brand step in? Can she regain momentum with the Chicago Sky and maintain her rising star status? The story was just beginning, and the world was watching closely, waiting for the next move in a saga that was becoming as much about resilience and reputation as it was about basketball. The fallout from Reebok's split with Angel Reese didn't take long to dominate every corner of social media. Clips of Angel's highlights, from thunderous dunks to clutch plays, flooded Twitter and Instagram with captions questioning the timing of the decision. Fans couldn't believe that a player of her caliber, someone whose talent and personality made her a rising icon, would lose a major sponsorship just as she was becoming a household name. Analysts on sports networks debated whether Reebok had miscalculated, arguing that Angel's star power could have been leveraged to build an even bigger brand presence. Meanwhile, others speculated that the company might have been reacting to her recent struggles with the Chicago Sky, interpreting team challenges and social media posts as signs of volatility. The conversation had grown bigger than basketball alone. It was now about public perception, athlete branding, and the harsh realities of corporate partnerships in the sports world. As fans dissected every clip and comment, Angel's reputation became a lightning rod for discussion. Some praised her resilience, reminding followers of her hard work and undeniable skill, while others scrutinized the pressures she faced both on and off the court. The online debate became a cultural moment, where viewers analyzed not only her performance but also the expectations placed on young athletes by major brands. Memes, reaction videos, and commentary flooded TikTok and Instagram Reels, with each clip dissecting her poise, personality, and public presence. Supporters rallied, calling out Reebok for abandoning a rising star, while critics suggested that Angel needed to navigate sponsorships more carefully if she wanted to maintain long-term partnerships. Every post seemed to add fuel to the fire, making the story impossible to ignore. The intensity of the situation escalated when insiders hinted at private conversations between Angel and Reebok executives. Sources suggested there had been disagreements over marketing campaigns, social media presence, and image control, though the details were murky. Fans speculated wildly about what might have been said behind closed doors, turning the story into a real-life drama where every nuance mattered. Sports commentators weighed in, noting that young athletes often face an impossible balancing act, performing at an elite level while maintaining a brand image that pleases corporate partners. Angel's situation seemed to embody that struggle, highlighting the tension between authenticity and the business side of professional sports. The stakes felt enormous, and viewers were captivated, glued to every snippet of information coming out. Meanwhile, Angel's silence only amplified the speculation. Unlike many athletes who rushed to issue statements, she remained composed, choosing not to engage directly in the online chaos. Fans interpreted her restraint as strength, sending waves of support across her social media platforms. Messages ranged from encouragement to personal stories of overcoming setbacks, creating a sense of solidarity around her. Some fans argued that this moment could define her career, either as a turning point where she would rise stronger or as a setback that could alter her trajectory. The mix of admiration, curiosity, and concern turned every update into must-see content, keeping the story alive across networks and online platforms. By the end of the day, the Reebok Angel Reese situation had grown into something bigger than a sponsorship split. It had become a public spectacle and a lesson in the pressures faced by rising stars. Every detail shared, every clip posted, and every fan reaction contributed to a narrative that extended far beyond basketball. Analysts, fans, and commentators debated possible next steps. Would another brand swoop in? Could Angel leverage this moment to boost her own influence? Could she regain momentum with the Chicago Sky despite the added pressure? The questions loomed large, and the story was far from over. One thing was certain. Angel Reese's journey had just entered a new, unpredictable chapter, and millions of people were watching closely, waiting for her next move in a drama that blended talent, business, and resilience like never before. The media storm surrounding Angel Reese grew more intense with every passing hour. Clips of her reaction to the Reebok split circulated across TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, each one dissected by fans and commentators alike. Some viewers praised her for maintaining composure in the face of an unexpected setback, while others debated whether she should have spoken out sooner to defend herself. Analysts pointed to the timing of the split, coming right after a challenging series of games for the Chicago Sky, and suggested that corporate sponsors may be quick to distance themselves when an athlete faces public scrutiny. The conversation wasn't just about basketball. It had evolved into a cultural debate about the pressures on young athletes and the sometimes unforgiving nature of the sports business. Social media feeds were flooded with memes, reaction videos, and commentary threads, all dissecting Angel's every move, every post, and every public appearance. Angel's on-court struggles with the Chicago Sky became a central talking point as fans tried to piece together the bigger picture. While she had consistently demonstrated her skill and athleticism, recent performances had been scrutinized heavily by fans and sports pundits. Some claimed that the pressure of living up to both team and sponsor expectations was taking a toll on her gameplay. Others argued that her raw talent and energy could never be diminished by a few rough matches. The narrative quickly expanded to include the broader challenges of professional sports, the physical strain, mental fatigue, and constant public observation that come with being a top-level athlete. Angel's situation highlighted a tension that fans could relate to, balancing expectations, personal growth, and the constant demand to perform under scrutiny. As the discussion intensified, rumors began circulating about behind-the-scenes conflicts between Angel and Reebok representatives. Some sources suggested disagreements over social media strategy, marketing campaigns, and personal branding decisions. Fans speculated endlessly, analyzing her Instagram posts and interviews for signs of tension. The intrigue only added to the drama, making the situation feel like a real-time soap opera unfolding in the sports world. Each leaked detail or subtle hint from insiders became a viral talking point, with thousands of people debating the fairness of the split and what it might mean for Angel's future. The story had become larger than the athlete herself. It was a cultural conversation about fame, power, and the pressures placed on rising stars in high-stakes industries. Angel herself, staying mostly silent, created an air of mystery that fueled speculation even more. Some fans interpreted her restraint as wisdom, noting that rushing to defend herself could have intensified the controversy. Others believed her silence was strategic, allowing the story to unfold while she planned her next move carefully. Meanwhile, fan support poured in, with posts encouraging her to stay strong, maintain confidence, and continue excelling on the court despite the setback. Discussions across social media increasingly highlighted her resilience, emphasizing that talent and determination could outweigh temporary challenges. The divide in opinion only amplified the story's reach, ensuring that every new detail was scrutinized and every potential outcome analyzed by millions of people online. By the end of the day, Angel Reese's split with Reebok had evolved into a major cultural moment. It wasn't just about sponsorships or basketball performance, it was about the intersection of talent, public perception, and corporate influence. Analysts debated potential consequences, fans speculated about her next endorsements, and social media continued to buzz with theories and reactions. Every clip, meme, and post added to the growing narrative, transforming the situation into a real-time saga that captured the attention of both sports enthusiasts and casual viewers alike. The story was far from over, and anticipation grew as millions waited to see how Angel would respond, how her career trajectory might shift, and what new chapters in her journey were about to unfold in the midst of this high-profile controversy. The tension surrounding Angel Reese intensified as the media storm gained momentum. Analysts dissected her every move, questioning whether the split with Reebok would affect her confidence and performance with the Chicago Sky. Fans flooded social media with messages of support, sharing highlights from her past games and reminding everyone of her undeniable talent. Every post seemed to spark new debate, with hashtags trending across platforms and reaction videos flooding TikTok and Instagram. Some argued that the pressure of maintaining both athletic excellence and brand image was overwhelming for any athlete, while others criticized Reebok for seemingly abandoning a rising star at a critical moment. The conversation quickly transcended basketball, touching on topics like sponsorship ethics, public scrutiny, and the expectations placed on young women in professional sports. Inside the Chicago Sky organization, rumors circulated about how Angel was handling the situation. Sources suggested that while she was frustrated by the sudden split, she remained committed to her team and focused on improving her gameplay. Teammates reportedly rallied around her, offering encouragement and reassurance that her skills and leadership were invaluable to the team's success. However, the added pressure of public scrutiny and corporate fallout created a complicated dynamic, making each game feel like more than just a competition. It became a stage where every move was analyzed, and every performance scrutinized through the lens of her recent controversies. Fans watching at home felt the tension as if they were witnessing a personal struggle unfold in real time. Social media amplified the drama even further. Clips of Angel's interviews, practice sessions, and highlights were dissected frame by frame, with fans reading between the lines to predict her next move. Memes, reaction videos, and commentary threads filled feeds, each piece of content fueling speculation about whether another sponsor might step in or if Reebok's decision could have long-term consequences for her career. The story had evolved beyond a simple corporate split. It had become a conversation about resilience, reputation, and the challenges athletes face in balancing public image with personal performance. Every new detail generated more engagement, keeping millions of people invested in the unfolding saga. Meanwhile, Angel's silence continued to generate discussion. Some interpreted her restraint as a sign of maturity and strategy, while others wondered if she was being forced to stay quiet until decisions were finalized behind the scenes. Regardless, the anticipation of her next statement created a palpable tension online. Fans began sharing their own theories, offering predictions about her next endorsement, and debating how her career trajectory might shift. Analysts highlighted her potential for growth, noting that overcoming setbacks like this could further cement her legacy as one of the most promising stars in the league. The combination of suspense, talent, and personal resilience created a narrative that fans couldn't stop following, with each update amplifying the drama. By the end of this stage of the saga, Angel Reese had transformed from simply being a rising star into a symbol of perseverance under pressure. The split with Reebok had ignited conversations about corporate responsibility, athlete empowerment, and the intense scrutiny that accompanies fame. Fans and commentators alike remained glued to every update, wondering how she would navigate the next chapter of her career. Every tweet, clip, and discussion thread fed into a larger story about ambition, resilience, and the challenges of balancing personal integrity with the demands of professional sports. The anticipation of her response, and the next moves from both Angel and potential sponsors, kept the drama alive, setting the stage for a climactic conclusion that fans were desperate to witness. The situation reached a boiling point as fans and media waited for Angel Reese's first major public response. Clips of her games, interviews, and past social media posts had dominated timelines, but the anticipation of how she would address the Reebok split had everyone on edge. Analysts predicted that her next statement, or lack thereof, could redefine the trajectory of her career. Social media was flooded with opinions. Some praised her resilience, while others criticized her silence, questioning whether it signaled weakness or strategic restraint. The public scrutiny was intense, but it was also a reminder of how much influence Angel wielded. Her story had grown beyond the court. It was now about brand image, career decisions, and the balance of personal integrity under pressure. Angel's response, when it finally came, was powerful. Through a carefully worded post, she addressed the split directly, thanking fans for their support while acknowledging the challenges she had faced. She emphasized her commitment to her team and her own growth, signaling that while setbacks were frustrating, they would not define her. The post resonated immediately, earning thousands of likes, shares, and supportive comments within minutes. Fans praised her maturity and ability to maintain composure under intense public scrutiny. Analysts highlighted the statement as a masterclass in handling pressure, balancing honesty and professionalism, and maintaining credibility even after a high-profile setback. Her words carried weight, reinforcing her position as a rising star capable of navigating the complexities of professional sports. The split also sparked reactions from other brands and industry figures, some of whom publicly expressed admiration for Angel's approach. Rumors circulated about new sponsorship opportunities and collaborations, suggesting that her response had strengthened her marketability rather than diminishing it. Fans speculated that her ability to handle adversity with grace and poise could lead to even bigger endorsements in the future. The story shifted from one of potential failure to one of resilience and strategic thinking. Social media engagement soared as supporters celebrated her handling of the situation, turning the narrative into a rallying cry about perseverance in the face of obstacles. Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky rallied around her in a visible display of support. Coaches and teammates publicly praised her dedication, skill, and leadership, reinforcing that her value extended far beyond sponsorships. Analysts noted that maintaining strong team dynamics would be critical for Angel as she moved forward, and her response to the Reebok split had strengthened her credibility and respect among peers. Fans were inspired by the combination of talent, determination, and emotional intelligence she displayed, and the story evolved from controversy into a case study of how young athletes can confront adversity while protecting their careers. The narrative highlighted not only Angel's abilities but also her maturity, turning a potentially damaging situation into an opportunity for growth and empowerment. By the end of the saga, the Reebok Angel Reese split had transformed from a corporate decision into a cultural moment. It sparked discussions about athlete branding, corporate responsibility, and resilience in high-pressure environments. Angel emerged from the controversy stronger, her public image enhanced by the way she handled the situation with poise, transparency, and strategic thinking. Social media continued to buzz with analysis, speculation, and admiration, proving that the story's impact would last far beyond the initial announcement. Fans and industry insiders alike recognized that Angel's career trajectory was intact, if not elevated, and the drama surrounding the split became a defining moment in her journey, a testament to talent, perseverance, and the ability to turn setbacks into opportunities for growth. The Reebok split may have shocked fans, but Angel Reese showed the world that true talent and resilience can't be shaken. She faced one of the most unexpected setbacks of her young career and responded with poise, determination, and a clear focus on what matters most: her growth, her game, and her future. Social media erupted as fans celebrated her courage, sharing clips, commentary, and messages of support that reinforced just how influential she has become. This moment isn't just about a sponsorship, it's about overcoming obstacles, staying true to yourself, and showing the world that setbacks don't define a champion. Angel's story is far from over, and the next chapter promises even more drama, excitement, and triumph. Stay tuned, because every move she makes from here will be under the microscope, and you won't want to miss a second of it. Watch, share, and join the conversation as her journey continues to unfold in real time.